Welcome to the College Credit Plus orientation for the academic year of 2022-2023. My name's Erin Franklin, and I'm one of the academic advisors here at the Ashtabula Kent campus, presenting CCP information to you today. So what our primary focus is going to be today is understanding what it means to be a College Credit Plus student here at the Ashtabula campus, really help you get familiar with what our campus resources are, being able to identify those resources and use them while you are a Kent State student, and also just prepare you for this exciting experience that you're about to have here at Kent State. So what we're really going to focus on is the CCP basics, a little bit about advising, what the campus resources are here, indulge in how to navigate your flash line, what the expectations are as a CCP student, as well as covering those CCP policies that we have, and then understanding what your next steps are after this orientation. So starting with those CCP basics, how many classes are students allowed to take? So students may be enrolled up to 30 semester credit hours per year, and this also includes the courses that you're taking at your high school. So between your high school credits and your CCP credits, they cannot exceed 30 total hours for the year. The maximum number of credits that you're allowed to take in the lifetime of the CCP program is 120, and typically 120 credit hours is receiving a bachelor's degree. So when enrolling in the maximum hours of 30 for the academic year, a student must also discuss this with their high school guidance counselor to make sure that they're not exceeding that between their high school courses as well as their Kent State courses. If a student is about to exceed those 30 hours, they must withdraw from the course, or they are required to pay for the course that exceeds over the 30 hours. So jumping into some CCP advising basics, a college advisor will help you with your courses and selecting what to take for CCP. A lot of this we're going to base on what your assessments are, based off of your ACT scores, and with what the allowable courses are for the CCP program. So what those allowable courses are, we call them the first 15 credits. They're considered the level 1 courses. So these all include transferable courses. They are courses that we consider Kent Core. So they're your general education courses. These will include your English, your math, your social sciences, your basic sciences, humanities, and fine arts. Those are the allowable courses in level 1. Once a student completes their first 15 credit hours in level 1, they are then allowed to move more into level 2 courses, which are more focused on major specific courses. There is a link that you can find within orientation information about the allowable courses. Non-allowable courses are going to include any private one-on-one instruction courses, any courses that have a high fee to them, study abroad courses, physical education courses. They must be transferable courses that are held on the transfer module. So how your Kent grades will impact your high school. College Credit Plus grades earned in a college course is the same grade that will be on your high school transcript. So grades will be factored into your high school and your overall college GPA. So at this point, you're opening a college transcript that will reflect a GPA at the college level, as well as how it's impacting your high school GPA. The high school uses a weighted grading scale, and CCP courses in some subject areas will be on that same scale. Touching base quickly on the CC Plus athletic eligibility, this is really something that you're going to want to discuss with your guidance counselor on what their eligibility requirements are. But primarily it's making sure that you're maintaining enough credits between high school and at Kent State in order to maintain that athletic eligibility. So as for textbooks, after you schedule your classes with your advisor, you must meet with your high school counselor to talk about those courses as well as what the textbooks are that are needed. Some school districts will purchase them individually. Once you've spoken with your high school guidance counselor, you then can go to a Barnes & Noble bookstore that we have right here on campus, bring a copy of your schedule with your Kent email and identification information, and this will allow your school district to be billed for that book. So touching base on some campus resources. So you are considered a Kent State student as a CCP student, which allows you to use all of our campus resources that we have. We have our Academic Success Center, which is located in the library on campus. Here's where you'll find Teresa Bates. She does all of our testing services. So she helps with placement testing, any makeup exams, online testing, or disability testing. We also have Irene Scaleras. She is another College Credit Plus advisor, and she also runs our Academic Success Center. She is the point of contact for student accessibility services provided to students on campus. We also have a lot of tutoring opportunities on campus as well. So the Writing Center is wonderful to work with on any type of exam or writing that you must do for an English course or any other course. With upcoming exams, you can do walk-in tutoring, math, biology, accounting are some examples, as well as a lot of online resources that we provide to students that you can use. We also have counseling services, which are found in the library as well. So Joanna provides those to all Kent State students. It's a free service and confidential service for all Kent State students on a variety of topics that you can discuss with her. Some of our library resources that we have as well, and just some basics regarding the library. Everything can be found through the Kent website, accessing staff that you can ask questions in regards to. We even have laptop services or using any of the computers within the library. You can find all of the library resources right through the website. Career Services is another campus resource that we provide. So this is a great opportunity. I know you might not be thinking necessarily about working currently, but still thinking about your career in the future. So a career advisor can really help you find a major if you're still undecided in what you want to major in, be able to research those degrees that play into that career, as well as connect you with some of the advisors that we have on campus who specifically work with those degrees. This will allow you to just look at different occupation opportunities and what major would specifically tie in with that. Another campus resource is the technology. So you are welcome to use any of the public computer areas that we have on campus. In our commons, in our library, throughout our different buildings, we have open computer areas that students can utilize. And then a little bite about our flashline navigation. At this point, you should have access into your flashline. If you do not, you should follow up with our admissions counselor. Flashline is critical for students when it comes to communication and having connection here on campus. So it's our web-based student portal that we use for all things Kent State. This is where you're going to be able to access your email, any type of Google Docs. Also, you can access and view your schedule, view your registration through here, and get any other news and announcements that you might need. So going through our homepage is where you can access logging into your flashline. There's a flash icon at the top, and this is where you primarily can log in for your flashline. As I mentioned, this is where you can access your email, which is our #1 form of communication here. So with us as your advisors, through admissions, as well as faculty members are going to communicate primarily through your Kent email. Also, what we use for our online platform, which you might be used to using in your high school as well for any online courses or course information that a professor might upload information into, is what we call Canvas. And here's just a short little video that will give you a tutorial on how to use Canvas properly.
In this video, you will learn how to navigate your dashboard, courses, and global navigation menu in Canvas. When you log into Canvas, the first thing you see is the dashboard, which displays a high-level overview of your current courses. The dashboard can be displayed in 3 different viewing options. Card View displays a course card for each of your favorite courses. Each card can include clickable icons for assignments, announcements, discussions, and files. List View displays an agenda view of graded items from your courses, as well as any non-graded items your instructors designate for a course to-do list. You can also add your own items to the agenda. Recent Activity View displays a stream of recent notifications from all your courses, including announcements, conversations, assignments, discussions, and peer reviews. You can also access the course grades page from the course card and recent activity views by clicking the View Grades button. The grades page displays grades for all of your courses. To view grade details for a specific course, click the name of the course. To view a course, click the Courses link in Global Navigation, and click the name of the course you want to view. The course opens to the home page set by your instructor. You can use the course navigation links, breadcrumb navigation, or the sidebar to navigate to different areas of the course. This sidebar includes a to-do list that displays links to announcements and other items that require action in your courses, such as assignments, quizzes, discussions, and pages. If your course includes student groups, you can view a list of your groups in Course Groups. Click the group name to view the group homepage. View recent assignment feedback in Recent Feedback. Click the assignment name to view feedback in the Submission Details page. Canvas displays a global navigation menu that gives you direct access to your courses and other areas of Canvas. Click the Account link to log out of Canvas, specify your notification preferences, upload and view personal files, modify your user settings, manage e-portfolios, obtain a QR code to log into the student app, view global announcements, and enable a high-contrast user interface. Click the Dashboard link to return to the Canvas dashboard. Click the Courses link to quickly access your favorite courses and view a list of all your courses. Click the Groups link to access groups in which you are enrolled or view a list of all your groups. Click the Calendar link to view your personal calendar and course calendars. Click the Inbox link to view and send messages to your instructors and peers within Canvas. Click the History link to view a list of course content and content areas you have viewed within the last 3 weeks. Click the Help menu to access help resources for your institution. Thanks for watching this Canvas overview video. To learn more about Canvas, ask questions, or engage with other Canvas users, please visit community.canvaslms.com.
We also provide student life on campus, and it's something that we really welcome our College Credit Plus students to partake in. So you can get involved with any different organizations that we have. A lot of our student organizations are maybe more specific to a major, or just other personal interests that you may have. And you are welcome to partake in all of these student organizations on campus. So switching gears to talk a little bit more about our CCP expectations and how it really compares to your high school experience. So with the courses and how they are transferable, so certain general education classes and technical courses will transfer, especially to other Ohio public schools. Students will want to check with any colleges that they plan to attend to make sure that those credits are transferable. There's also a link that you can follow to check to see if transfer credits would go to the university you might plan to attend. So what the big difference is between high school and college, and kind of tapping into this comparison a little bit. So when it comes to tests, high school tests are mostly given sometimes on a weekly basis and covering a smaller amount of course information. It might be at the end of each chapter, you already have an exam to reflect that. In college, tests are genuinely fewer and cover a larger amount of material. Some professors might only give a midterm exam and a final exam, and so the course content is much larger for those exams. Your overall study time, so in high school you might be used to ranging only 1 to 3 hours when it comes to homework and outside of the classroom work. With college, a good standard rule of thumb is 2 to 3 hours of homework for every hour spent in the classroom. Overall knowledge base, so with high school, information is usually provided directly to you in the classroom. Not much out-of-class research is required. In college, coursework will generally require more independent thinking, longer writing assignments, and out-of-class research. A big difference when it comes to grading. So in high school, you might be used to numerous quizzes, tests, and homework assignments that accumulate into your overall grades and point scale. With college, you're going to have fewer tests, if any, and homework assignments at all to determine your overall final grade. So covering FERPA and what it means. So FERPA is the Family Education Rights and Privacy Act. FERPA provides protection for students' educational records. So parents have certain rights with respect to the students' educational records. So even with a student still being in high school and under the age of 18, they are still protected under the FERPA Act. So what this means is that colleges can only talk to a student about their personal academic information. Kent State University can share student information with the high school that the student is enrolled in. And a parent does have the right to access that information through the high school, but they cannot directly obtain that information from Kent State. Which brings us to a little bit more about the parent role and what the importance of their involvement in the CCP education is. So in high school, parents are very much used to being advocates for their students. They work very closely with their counselors. In college, parents serve more as a mentor and support system for their student. The college views the student more as an independent decision maker, and that's how the student will be treated. Parents cannot reach out to faculty members to discuss academic concerns. They must talk directly to their students and encourage their students to then speak with their faculty members. Faculties and professors are bound by the FERPA Act as well. So jumping into the CCP academic policies, some of this information may have been covered if you've attended an information night, but just to cover it again as well as a reminder. So some of the consequences for underperforming. If a student performs poorly, they may be placed on CCP probation, CCP dismissal, or academic probation and dismissal from the university. So College Credit Plus probation, a student is placed on probation if they earn a 2.0 GPA or less, or they've withdrawn from 2 or more courses within that same academic term. If a student fails or withdraws too late from a course, they also run the risk of having to reimburse those tuition costs to their school districts. The grades that students earn are on the students' transcripts permanently. While on CCP probation, a student may only enroll in a CCP course for 1 college term. So once you are on academic probation, you are then only allowed to enroll in 1 course. You may not enroll in a college course subject that a student has already previously earned a D or an F in. So for example, if a student earns a D or an F in an English course, they're no longer allowed to take another English course within that same subject. A CCP student can be academically dismissed from Kent State as well. So 1 course at 3 credit hours earning a D is a 1.0 GPA. If student fails or withdraws often, there can also be financial aid repercussions in the future when trying to use aid attending a university. CCP dismissal. So if a student is on CCP probation already and they do not increase their overall GPA above the 2.0, during that probation term, they can be placed on CCP dismissal. While on dismissal, students may not enroll in any CCP courses. After 1 college term on CCP dismissal, students may submit an appeal to their high school, and typically this will be a decision made primarily by their school district and speaking with their guidance counselor. Each high school must have a policy describing what they will allow for an appeal. Okay, that concludes the CCP orientation and touching base on what next steps. So contacting student services, you can schedule an academic advising appointment to meet with a CCP advisor. Contact information is listed. You will then meet with your academic advisor for registering of courses and talking about how to get started with your classes. Thank you for sitting through the CCP orientation and welcome to Kent State.